What's good, everyone? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. That way you're notified when I drop future content. So today, I just wanted to continue where I left off as far as me being in SATF, raising my points, and then telling me, hey, you about to go to either Centinela or Ironwood. And I was just like, man, I'm gonna go from having all this freedom, being in a cubicle / dorm, to being in a 2-man cell. Now they have the split tier program to where it's either one tier's out at day room or the other one's out at yard, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Because of all the big riots and stuff that had occurred in the years prior, they started doing the split tier program. So, boom. Before anything, man, if y'all drinking one with me, big salute to you guys. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors. Shout out Killer Kush. If you guys want some Bomza, you guys want to go into the dispensary, check out my good people at Killer Kush, man. If you guys want some Bomza delivered to you, they be having pop-ups here and there too. Check out my boy Cali Herbs Los Angeles, man. That's Cali Herbs Official on Instagram, and he'll deliver to you as long as you in the Los Angeles area. If you want a Frenchie, any kind of pup, get at my good people at Frenchie Volcanoes. They're gonna work something out for you, give you a good deal. Shots up to date, paperwork in hand, and everything. No bullshit, no robberies, clean business. So, with that being said, before we get into this video, salud to those of y'all who are drinking with me, man. Cheers. I appreciate y'all rocking with me on a daily basis. Let's get into it. Boom. Put it right here. So, boom. I already raised my points up. I took the rap for the phone. Let me lower this. I took the rap for the phone, and then on top of that, I got a dirty drug test, and then the other one was they had hit the building. This was before I had moved with the homie Dumper. I was with the homie Güero from Michigan, from East LA, the one that did my son and my daughter's name. I was set up with him and the homie Terco from Pacoima. So we're right there, and out of nowhere we get hit. They hit the whole building. Stuff everywhere. We go back to the building. Next thing you know, they call me. Hey, inmate Garcia, report to work. I was working in the kitchen at the time. This was in SATF on F Yard. And I told the CO, I'm like, hey, go tell them that we just got hit. Tell them we just got hit, and I'm putting my stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to get my stuff situated. Whenever they hit, after they leave, everybody's stuff is mixed up. It's not like if they go through your stuff and they precautious, put your stuff back where they left it. Hell no. Whenever they go in and they search a cell, a cubicle, a dorm, it's like a motherfucking tornado hit. They get mad when they don't find stuff and they just start throwing shit all over. Hey, if I'm lying, I'm dying, man. Anybody that's been in the system, you guys know what I'm talking about. So, boom. That happens. And I tell him, like, hey, tell him, he calls me back. Hey, they want you to go. I'm like, hey, tell him, Charles, that we just got hit. So they end up writing me up. They write me up for not showing up to work. And I go to my 115 hearing and everything, and I let them know, like, hey, we had just got hit. You guys could check the paperwork. As far as, you guys log everything down. Whenever you guys search and stuff like that, you could check. You could do your homework. They were like, Charles. They gave me 30 days. Just for that, for not going to work, they gave me 30 days. Boom. That right there, I had just went on a mission. So boom, 90 days. On top of that, another 30 days. That's already, what, 120 days? That's already 120 days that I lost. So then on top of that, once I get the drug test, dirty drug test, that's another 90 days. Now it's another 90 to 130. Now it's 200 and what, 20 days. So now I'm 220 days extra. Just stacking up, so my points rise. They come and they tell me like, hey, you're gonna either go to Centinela or you're gonna go to Ironwood. And to be honest, I was already fucking up. I was already strung out to the point that I was like, man, hell yeah. In my mind, I'm like, man, this is what I need. I need to go land in a yard with some of my older homies, so that way they could take me under the wing and pretty much get me right. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I end up getting endorsed to Centinela. But before all that, in the middle of all this, they end up flipping F yard. So F yard, little by little, they start sending everybody out and people back to B yard. Keep in mind, I just left B yard from boo bow 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 getting smashed out. So they closed building 3. They move us all to building 1. Now we're just one building. I'm looking out and we could see as they're filling up building 3 and building 2 with S and Ys. You know what I mean? So we're already right there like, man, it gets to the point that they get deeper than us in the yard and they're working the kitchen and we're not. So I end up loking up like, hey, what's up with that shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, chales, like, they end up that same night that I looked up on them because I had found out that they had S and Ys working our food and all that. That same day, that same night, they shipped my ass back to B yard, bro. And that's a no-no. I had just got smashed out from B yard. So if I would have showed up to B yard and something would have happened to me, I honestly probably could have got a lawsuit in, because that's a no-no. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I did sign the chrono, so actually I'm tripping. I think based on me signing that chrono, they were able to. But they just did it because they were kind of scared at the time. You know what I mean? So boom, they sent me back to B yard. And I just remember I had a nice little fierro at the time. And I walked through metal detector and everything with it, because I had all my property. I remember I walked through metal detector with it, and I see all the homies right there. I see the homie Vago from Santa Maria, shout out my boy. I see the homie Brownie from Bell Garden Locals, and also, who else? There was a couple other homies. That's actually where I ended up getting this. I ended up getting this portrait right here. It's of Jesus and then the girl right here. I actually got this on B yard when I went back. The homie from Orange County did it. The homie Stranger from Fontana or Santa Ana, he did this. That was my bunkie. So boom, as soon as I get there, and I'm on my lias and shit, you know what I mean? Cause they had just sent a lot of people out, so it was dry. So as soon as I get there, I land with my boy Stranger, and as soon as I'm walking in, he's right there doing a shot. I'm walking up and he's just right there in the driveway doing a shot, like straight with the rig, like so as soon as I look up at him, I'm like, oh, okay, what's good? Like, hey, I landed in the right spot. No cap, that's what I thought, you know? My mentality back then. Boom, like, hey, what's up? He was doing some white. So, boom, and got that cough, you know, when you feel like if a horse kicks you in the chest when you do a good shot of white. Boom. First day on the yard. I'm already tripping because I'm like, man, are the homies going to give me a pass? They're going to let me stay here or what? So I see the homie Vago for Santa Maria. First day out of yard, he tells me like, hey bro, like, I know what happened right here, but don't trip. Like, you're good, bro. You're good, homie. Like, I'm in play right here. I got it right here. You know what I mean? And at one point in time, like, that was my dog. You know what I mean? Vago for Santa Maria, that was my dog. Like, my dog. We were in the same building together. So we'd be chilling every day, just plotting, trying to see what we can do, how we can make money, how we can get something going. You know what I'm talking about? Not to disclose too much, but that was my dog. So as soon as I went there, boom, tells me like, hey, don't trip. Everything's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, So that was one thing that I was like, and I was lit too, so I was kind of tripping. Not tripping like thinking like nothing like that, but you know, you're aware. Like if you was paranoid before, if you're lit, you are 20 times more, you know, like your head's on a swivel, whoop, 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 no cat. So boom, it kind of calms me down. I just end up chilling there, and I was there for a couple of months. Then they end up picking me up. The chain comes, they pick me up, they take me to Wasco. I actually shout out the homie Brownie from Bell Garden Locals. He sent me with a 50 ball of some bud, and he slid me a 50 ball of some bud and I think like a 50 paper, you know what I mean? Something to just get me right, because I was getting high every day. So little transfer like that, the last thing you want to do is be on the bus hurting, sick, you know what I mean? The shits, the sniffles, body all hurting. That's the last thing you want, man. And boom, the first night I land in Wasco, boom, do a little calditos. I end up smoking with my celly. I end up looking out for a couple of homies that were right there in reception. I'm trying to remember who the homie was. It was a homie from South Central. He was all in love with a stripper. He was talking about how he had a girl that was a stripper and he was all in love with her. I was with him for a night. Ended up just getting faded. He was just chilling like, damn, bro, like, hey, good looking out. And at this point in time, I only had like a year left. I had already been down like 7.5 years, you know what I mean? So I was just lacing them up like, hey, don't be so eager to do this, don't be so eager to do that, you know what I'm saying? If they ever ask you to do something, just make sure you ask, make sure it's cleared, make sure it's coming from the right places, make sure it's for the right reasons. If you ever have to move on anybody, if they ever come to you and they ask you, hey, you have to go stab this person, or hey, you have to go beat this person up, you have every right to ask why, who, what, when, where, why, whatever you want. Anything that comes to your mind, any type of doubt, that if it's for the right reasons, you have every right to question. A lot of people don't question nothing, and they just end up in the back and like, oh, well, I don't know, they just asked me and I did it. Like, no, you have every right to ask. Ask questions, learn as much as you can, but just quiet. You're just asking for your informational purposes only. If something comes up later or whenever you get to where you're going, hey, I'm back here for so-and-so, so-and-so, this happened, woo, woo, to who it may concern, here you go. That's just my point of view. So I gave the little homie a little pointers like that, you know? Boom. Now I'm on the bus. They take us whole fucking, I end up going from Wasco to Centinela, so it was like 6-7 hours, man. It was a good little bus ride. We end up getting to the reception. We're in the tanks now, the holding tanks in the front, you know, to R&R. And I'm not even gonna lie, man, we got there with a couple of people that were coming from Wasco reception and going to the 4-yard right there. They had all kinds of shit, man, to the point where I'm right there hurting, and I ended up clucking one of my Pro Club sweaters. I'm never gonna tell y'all no lies. I'm gonna tell it exactly like it was, man. I ended up clucking a Pro Club sweater that I had in my property, brand new, for a little paper. We're right there in R&R. Hey, and if I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm right there in R&R. Homies are putting shit out. Hey, this is going here, this is going there. The homie has, and we didn't have no spoon or anything, so you want to know what we used? They give you like a pack like that. If you have KOPs, like any vitamins or any stuff like that, they give you a pack like that with just the gang of pills, and you just pop them out. So we ended up using one of those little shits. We cut it out. We used that as a little spoon. Put the carga in there, picked it up, boom, ended up doing a shot in the front. So I'm now going to R&R high as fuck, high on carga the fuck out, just. So it was like nothing, you know what I mean? Like that shit, it numbed me. So now I'm there. I remember they had just had a pizza sale, landing 8-yard. They had just had a pizza sale. I remember the homies come, they blessed us with some pizza. My celly at the time was the homie, it was the homie Blue from Langdon. He ended up being right there with me. I ended up seeing the homie Criminal from Landon right there. Shout out my boy Criminal. And we were right there just chilling. The homie Criminal was coming from the 1 yard. He had got caught with like a picture or something or a phone, and they sent him from the 1 yard to the 3 yard. And he knew the homie Blue from the streets. He actually ended up moving in with the homie Blue, and I ended up moving in with another homie from San Diego. But I'm gonna end it off here. The sun is burning my legs. You guys can't see it, but it's a lot of sun over here, and it's just shining on my legs right now. I've been trying to hold it, but it's just burning my legs. So I'm gonna end it off here. This was just me raising my points. The transfer from Sat F to B, from F yard to B yard. Me having a worry going through metal detector and all that with a fierro on my waist, just because I knew that when I left, I didn't leave on good reasons. Even though I cleaned it up, it's still that. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So going through that, the homie telling me everything is good, getting these tats, and then going to Huascos, meeting the little homie from South Central, trying to lace him up as much as I can, and then landing in Centinela. And as soon as I got there, man, I got there already fucking up. You know what I mean? Like I said, in R&R, I was already doing a shot, already all sick to take out my malillas. You know what I mean? So on the next one, I'm gonna let you guys know my whole red flag journey, having to be in yard, every yard, all yard, working out, shoe workouts, just everything. People trying to politic on me, trying to just do your boy wrong just because I was flagged. You know what I mean? Just because I had a habit, they were trying to do your boy wrong, and we're gonna get to all that. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, it's your boy Santo G. Shout out Killer Kush. Check them out on Instagram. Killer Kush __ 420. Shout out my good people at Cali Herbs Los Angeles. Check them out also at their IG, Cali Herbs Official. And check out my good people at Frenchy Road Kennels, man. If you need any pups, any kind, they'll direct you in the right way. Go through them. Or if you guys want a Frenchy top of the line, shots up to date and everything, get at my good people at Frenchy Road Kennels. On Instagram, that's Frenchy _ Road _ Kennels, man. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. It's another Santo G production. We got the mic, we got the stand, and this is just the beginning, man. I still haven't even went and started looking for the computers or laptops. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.